writes on the blackboard J and K forever. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, nice for y'all.
Dust, vumbi, vumbi, dust, vumbi.
Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mimosa and I'm glad to have you here. So today we're gonna be having my story Monday. Okay, so you may ask, what's my story Monday? When I give you story time, some juice, I entertain you a bit with some stories from my life. So if you are new here, like, share, and subscribe. And I hope I'm entertainment enough for you for this few minutes. So sit down, relax, and let me give you this story. So the title is
All women want to be wedded, but it is the men who are dodgy.
Yeah, you're hearing it right. A class ganged up on me, a whole class, over a boy. So, if you've been to my previous video where I was introducing myself, I went to high school at St. Francis Girls Mang, all girls high school. Okay?
Dust, vumbi, vumbi, dust, vumbi.
So, this story says like this. If you've been through the Kenyan system,
Dust, vumbi, vumbi, dust, vumbi.
during the May to August term or semester, or I don't know what you call it where you're from, we normally have something called music festivals. Okay, so music festivals, mainly people just perform, dance. There are things like traditional dances, choir, poets, all those art stuff have a platform where they can perform. So it's usually school to school, inter-school competition, and then goes county, then it goes to nationals. So yeah, that's what music festival is mainly all about. So now let's get to the story. So at that time I was in the choir. Yes, the choir. I told you, if you were in my previous video, I'm a girl of many talents, so I can sing. Not solo, I'm not that good, but put in a crowd, I won't embarrass y'all. Put as backup, I'm good. Yeah, so, and I won't sing for you here because scary. So on this particular time, we had gone, I think it was the counties. So we had gone, I can't remember the name of the school, but we had gone now for the counties. You, per usual, you get in the bus, you call your name, get in the bus, you go, you reach the area, and then you're given time to mingle until the time of performance. So you're supposed to be self-driven and take yourself back to your group during time for performance, or rather you will call each other and meet up before performance. But until then, since you've been practicing, so that you don't lose energy, you only practice once or twice before the performance. We've gotten that out of the way. So now, as you can imagine, we've just arrived. We've been told mingle. I was friends with this group. Unfortunately, we never learned until we are older, but they were not the right crowd for me, and they were not good friends. In actual fact, but I always see the positive in everything, because here I am, I'm gonna make money out of it. So it happens for a reason and nothing is coincidental. But before now that I'm grown and I can see things out for what they are, this group gave me trauma, so much trauma all through my high school life. I don't even know why I was friends with them in the beginning, because they would just traumatize me over and over and over and over again, and I still seem to have not learned. But I learned eventually. So let me set the scene for you. We've arrived, many schools are around, yabba yabba yabba. So as I'm walking around with this friend group, because we used to never walk alone, we would walk like 2 or 3 girls. So me and these 2 other girls were walking together. We went. This one girl had I don't know if we call them boyfriends, because those were just games in high school. I don't even think they were even real boyfriends. So, but let's just call them boyfriends. So this girl had a boyfriend in a certain school. You will imagine, I don't even remember the name of the school these boys were in. That's how deep it was. But at that moment, it was made deep. So she had a boyfriend, okay? So we went to take her to see the boyfriend. So this boyfriend had a best friend. He was cute. Right now, only Jehovah knows. But then, he was a good-looking person. I can't say handsome, because they were literally very handsome people, but he was a good-looking human being. So, as usual, our teenage brain is as flooded with nonsense as it's flooded with hormones. So this girl, these 2 friends of mine decided, since they were best friends, by the way, I don't think I was their best friend, but used to call each other fam, but we were close, but these 2 were best friends. So we'll name this best friend M and this best friend K. So M and K. And we'll name the guy J and D. Okay, so M was the one who was D's girlfriend. That out of the way, there's not much about them. Okay, then now we have J, M, and me, Mimosa. So M and K had decided, well, since we are best friends and J and D are best friends, let's best friends dating. So they 2 date these 2. And that is information I didn't know. I came to know way afterwards, so that you can understand. As a youngling, if you're in high school watching my video, tafadhali, don't be a good person. Being a good person is only important past campus. Be smart, very smart with what you do. I used to just carry people from face value. I'll be good to you, you'll be good to me. If you're going to high school and you want to be somebody or be seen as somebody or avoid bullying, don't be a good person. Be very strategic. Like our mother, the mother of Kenya, says,
when you are urging me to be a good example to the girls, the younger ones who are doing their first term, Mr. Speaker, if they are good girls, they'll never get corner office. Be as bad as Millie Odhiambo, you will be the mother of this house. I am a bad girl, and as a bad girl, I'm here serving my 4th term. So do not be cheated like the African culture where you are told have decorum, dress nicely, be kind, be nice. I'm telling you, you will go nowhere. Be a bad girl like me and you'll get some.
Being a good girl will get you nowhere. Being a good girl will not get you the corner office. Be strategic, very strategic with what you do. So, as you can hear, J, D, M, and K. I didn't know. And also, to inform you, I don't think also J and D knew. Only M and K had this formulation in their brain.
What do you want to do?
I want to do business.
You don't want to go to school?
No, I don't want to go to school. I want to do business.
So we're just chilling, right? Me and Jay get a vibe. Okay. So Jay is like, let's walk around talking. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Because that was what men will do. Once everybody had gotten somebody they were interested in, we'll separate. Now, let me now inform you another thing. Kay also had other friends around. So she also got a bit occupied. So me and Jay went on to walk around. So we were walking. It's the first day. Jay was sweet, actually. So he took me, he went, he bought me lunch, and then he took me to his, it was getting later. So the first day, he took me back, did my practice, came, watched our performance, and then we left. So he went, and then he introduced me to his schoolmates, and he's a trainer. So he's like, hey guys, meet Clara, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, not his girl, okay? Okay? I want you to note, me and him were not, we were not about to be anything. So mark that point. It will be juicy. M and Ken apparently had that plan. Okay, so as we are leaving that day, because it's usually 3 or 4 days of the same activity, so you go back, you go back, you go back. For this round, we are going 3 rounds. And let me mention to even put more context on how silly we all were. We were in Form 3, so imagine the amount of silliness in our head. Okay, so we go around and it's time to go. So Jay tells me, I will miss you, see you tomorrow, because they were coming 2 days, we were going for 3. I will miss you, blah 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 blah. Have my watch so that you can remember me. And I was like, yeah, I would also like your watch to remember you because I had a good time with you. So Jay gives me a watch and I go back to the bus. Okay, I don't even remember who I was seated with, but I remember that's the only person I told, because until then I came to meet my other 2 friends in the bus. So we got in the bus and they used to sit together, so you get their best friends. They used to sit together. So I tell the person I was seated with, oh, this guy gave me a watch. Oh, he was cute. And then they gave me a story of what happened. I'm like, he's a really nice person. Tomorrow I'll see him again. and I'm really excited. Note that. Note the place you are coming from is so far. So we used to end up arriving at school at around 3-4. You take 1-2 hours nap, you will sleep on the way back. So you come, change, dress up, blah 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 blah. Note the place we are coming from is very far, so we would arrive at around those hours and then leave early in the morning. So you would go, freshen up, dress. You could sleep 1 hour, but rarely would we have the time to sleep 1 hour. So come, go to the dorm, dress up, back on the bus, back to performance. So you will sleep in the bus because you will sleep for like 4 hours and then you will sleep on the way back. So it was good timing. So we've arrived. I didn't know that me giving my story and my watch rubbed my friends the wrong way. Because apparently I was on their way for their little plan. I know high school drama is like weird, like you're in a soap opera over what. So I was in the way of the little plan to be best friends dating best friends.
God help me. How? Kajan.
So as you can imagine, if you're on the way, you have to be clear. The road has to be cleared. And they didn't even consult me. Hey, are you going to be with this guy? Blah, blah, blah. I would have gladly told them, have the nigga. Have your little plan play out. Because I've always been that person of, if something is becoming too troublesome, y'all can have it. I don't want it. I love peace so much.
Me, I cannot tolerate anybody under me. Once I detect that, out, you go. Because if I tolerate you, I am endangering the system.
And not that you need to be confrontational. Don't ever think about not being confrontational in high school. You will be non-confrontational here in the future, where people will understand, nisipokuongelesha nimekushusha sasa. But then, please, when you're in high school, be as confrontational as you can be. So I'm non-confrontational, just have them, they are yours. So I get to school and I realize as I'm walking, there was a girl, let's name her A. A, M, and K are talking about me. So what is M, A, and K talking about? They're like, oh, I've gone to steal her boyfriend.
Oh my God!
The person they haven't even talked to. Sawa, shika hiyo message. Oh, I'm starting to pretend. I'm starting to act like, oh, me and this guy, blah, 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 blah. And all I could think was,
Well, just as I thought, you're a pussy. A pussy fucking liquor.
okay. So I had that and I was like, cool. If I'm stealing someone's man, be rest assured I'm not thief. You can have them. For so many times people have, I felt they became intimidated with me and they would call me thieves. I don't know what they felt like I was stealing from them, to the point, especially Kay. I'll give you so many stories where Kay thought I was stealing her shine, stealing. I don't know why. I don't know what she saw in me that looked. Now, maybe, but then, girl, if I show you my high school pictures, I was looking like a dead fucking rat. So I don't know what was bothering her. But that aside, so the news spread, obviously. Gossip is gossip, and it will spread like bushfire. They're like, oh, this, fine. The next day we get into the bus. I still don't remember who I was seated with, but I think I sat with the same person, and we went. On getting there, as per usual, me and this guy had said, see you tomorrow. So comes tomorrow. We talk a bit, but I tell him that I think you should not talk to me that much, but I didn't tell him Kay wants you. Though I did tell him afterwards when we closed school, because there's still more drama. I told him, have Kay. Kay wants to die because you refused her. So I told him we can't talk that much, and I started minding my own business and meeting my other friends who are going to make friends so that they can hang out, the four of them, how they wanted to hang out. I don't know if they hanged out because I got busy during the day.
Maybe I think they want to stop me from going out as usual, but I want to assure you, just wait, you will see me in town.
When it reached the evening, Jay was like, oh, give me your Instagram, your number, we talk once you close schools and everything. So I was like, yeah, sure. So I gave him my contacts. Now, mark that, okay? They were not coming for the third day. So we go back to school. This time, there's no drama because I left Jay for Kay. Now, we've gone to day 3. We finished day 3. We are back at school. Okay. Oh, did I mention M, me, and Jay? Not J, I mean M, me, and K. We're all in the choir, okay? So we've come back to school, and now we are waiting to be announced if we are going to proceed, or were we told, or did we not proceed? I can't remember. I don't think we proceeded. Or did we? Faded. So we get back to school, okay? Remember, I left Jay for Kay so that Kay can just leave me alone because she was a really dramatic, messy person. And you will see, even when I give you so many other stories, you will see how messy she could get. We get back to school, we go to classes, and now we are going through the normal. So we've come to the weekend. I think it was a weekend because we never had any classes. We get to class. So we've all sat. And this is where it gets juicy, where I was telling you a whole class literally ganged up on me. So we get to class. Remember, I told you gossip moves like bushfire. We sit down. So me, I'm minding my business. And then now it begins. And I remember thinking to myself, let me tell you, in high school, crowd thinking is a thing. Even if you're a teenager and you tell yourself, which crowd thinking? We all think together. If a whole class sat down through, they all in together sat down through that, a crowd, that's crowd thinking. But no problem, it's part of growing up. If they saw it later, I don't know, but there was a lot. Even as you grow up, as you mature, you will see a lot of that crowd thinking. And if you're not able to separate yourself, I'm sorry to tell you, you will lose so much in life. You need to get yourself out of that crowd. Even today, I see a lot of crowd thinking, but that's a different story. So the crowd thinking came. So she decides to go to the front of the class. Okay, this will be my chalk and you'll be my blackboard. So this girl stands up. Okay, tack 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 tack. She goes to the blackboard. Okay. And I partially think she had planned this with a few people. I don't think she planned with the whole class, but I want you to see crowd thinking. Or because they are doing it, the rest to join. Tack, 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 tack. She writes on the blackboard, J and K forever. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, nice for y'all. And then M and D forever. I'm like, okay, good for y'all. You're, best friends for best friends. And then she starts saying, oh, nobody can steal him from me. He's mine. And I'm like, oh, so you are attacking me.
That would be me.
Now I start getting it. Because in high school, let me tell you, I never used to get the signal until the signal is so loud. So after that is when I was like, oh, so they're talking about me. So, oh, nobody can steal them from me, blah, 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 blah. So there was this game, I don't know if you used to do it, this compatibility thing, write the name and the other name, you cancel out the same name, blah, 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 and then you see, oh, they are 95% compatible. So they go ahead to do that, okay? So J and K, M and D, and then they give out on the knees, and then they write on the blackboard with a big heart, hooah, J and K. I'm like, okay, it's fine, like I left him for you, like, but I can only imagine maybe during the interaction there's something that might have triggered that. So we continue. That day ends and I'm like, wow, so the whole class was in this. But I'm like, it's chill, I've faced a lot. So even coming up to that point, I normally used to learn to mind my own business. You do you. The next day, I'm not gonna give you a thought. Okay? That day it will hurt me, but I won't give it a thought. So the day ends, we go on with our lives. So we reach the end of the term. Guess what? Jay texts me. So I'm like, what? This is messy because Jay hadn't texted K. So I asked Jay, have you talked to K? Jay's like, no, I don't even have her contacts. I don't have her information. And I'm like, remembering the previous drama, I was like, it's chill then. It's perfectly fine. So let me give you K's number. You talk to K because K is gonna die without you. There's no oxygen that will move around her body. She had the whole class thinking y'all would go to the grave together. So I think it's only right in respect of K. I don't know even why I was respecting friends who weren't respecting me. In respect of friendship, I'll just give you her number and I never talked to Jay again. It was like, you go be with Jay. They never got to be together. I don't know if Jay ever talked to Kay, but that was practically the end of that. Yeah, so that's how it ended. And it's very funny. And what you can learn from this are a few things. You're in a high school, bitchiness will get you further than being a good person. Be confrontational, very, very confrontational. And also, don't mind people, don't give people head. Everybody there is just filled with confusion and hormones inside their heads. I don't think there was anybody probably during those years who was using their proper mind. Most of them were just crazy. I don't know what we were crazy about, but they were not normal. I don't think there was anybody normal, including me, though. Yeah. And what else can we learn? That story should really define to you what's inferiority complex or superiority complex. They both play hand in hand, but you will see it as it continues. So, like for Kay, that was a mixture of both. Okay, they had superiority complex where they thought everything was theirs. They never thought that somebody else would get a chance before them, that somebody else would be seen before them, that somebody else would matter other than them, and to worsen the matter now, adding with the delusion of thinking best friends for best friends. I think it's really, come to think now, later if we were told, oh, what's the craziest things you've done for love, that's quite embarrassing to have gone through that, tell a whole class all that, just to feel, oh, now this girl knows I like this guy. Instead of just coming and speaking to somebody and being like, hey, I like this guy, and you seem to like the same guy, and whoever wins, you get. Yeah, so a lot of inferiority complex. For her, I'll say that because it's not one time she would think I wanted to steal her or steal her life, steal her people. It's been all through my high school life. She always thought I was there to steal her shine, steal her everything. And only one time in Form 4 when I learned to not give her a day of time or not care about her and just now officially just leave her and her crazy ass, is when I actually took something. Okay, she lost it herself, honestly, but the time I was like, if also the people are interested in me and I'm interested in them, I will give it a chance. So yeah, this was my first My Story Monday. Hope the story was interesting. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on Wednesday on WhatsApp Wednesday. Hope you enjoyed. Leave your opinions, your thoughts, na kama nataka kumsalimia down in the comment section. And it was nice being here, and thank you for being here through it all. Like, share, subscribe, and see you next time.